Uh, what's up? This is uh, what's up, y'all? This is Grand Potential. Welcome to the Grand Potential Club. We're masters of the grind. Continue to grind. And today, I want to talk about intent. Now, this is coming all off top, kind of like the off. I'm kind of like doing it. Spontaneous. See how that goes. Um, some videos I might, be going off of notes or, anything. You're just gonna have to wait and see. But that's what you're here for, to watch. So, not bad. Still don't know what time it is. It is the morning though. But today I want to talk about intent and why that's so important, what that really means in the big picture. And so the main thing is intent, right? I'm gonna ask y'all a question, or I'm not. No, I got my own phrase for y'all this time. It's not what you do, but how you do it. So what's that refer to? Like, let me give an example of that. Give you a few examples of me and a few scenarios to kind of give you guys a perspective on what I'm talking about. So, you've all had to do chores before. Your parents come in the room, you out here chilling, playing video games, or if you didn't play video games, you was playing with dolls or toys, whatever you was doing when you were a kid. At least me, when I was a kid, I was addicted to video games, let me tell you. But basically, right, they would come in and tell you, hey, it's time to do chores. And for me, right, the one chore I say, like, if I had to really think, man, what's the chore that I dislike the most? I'd say it's in between dishes and folding clothes. I despise those. But if I had to choose, right, it would probably be man, that's tough. Let me if I really, all right, so with dishes, right, you gotta but with folding though. All right, I'm gonna say go take a leap and say I think that folding is the worst one. I'm gonna out of the two. I'm gonna give you my reason why. So folding, right? Let me get back to the story. Get back on topic. So, say I'm playing video games. 4 or 5 hours straight when I was a little kid, and parents come in. It's like it's time for you to get out the room. You need to do some chores. It's time to start folding, right? And I'm like, man, I don't want to fold. It's like, oh, you better get over there and start folding for it. I'm just playing. But, so I'd have to go and fold or whatever. I would go and do it, pouting, just walking over. But, I would start folding, right? Normally I'd be folding with my mom or my dad, right? And I was just in the worst mood ever. I was chilling, playing video games. Like, I don't want to fold no clothes. I look like I'm folding clothes. But I'm just playing. If you're watching this, do what your parents tell you and do your chores because it's important. But I would be mad, frustrated. I'm not trying to fold these clothes. So, I start folding the clothes, right? Take them, lay them over each other, do all that. And I would be mad the whole time. And, in me being mad, I wasn't being unconscious of, like, how well I was folding the clothes. Say I was doing a long sleeve. I hate folding long sleeves. You fold it, like, I take the sleeve, put it over on the body, and then I flip it again, and then you roll it up or whatever. Most of the time, I wasn't the best folder. Like, it was, like, not symmetric. Like, one side of the thing would be bigger than the other one, or still be wrinkled. I wouldn't, I'd be so mad. I wouldn't even, like, you gotta fling it out to get the wrinkles out and stuff. Once it's out the dryer. And, like, sometimes I frustrated my parents, right? It's like, what's wrong with this kid? He doesn't know how to fold. But I'm laughing because this is really how I was. Like, I'm a lot better at folding now, but it was rough. It was rough for your boy. Yeah, I wasn't the best at folding, but I would get, I'd be really mad. I didn't want to fold, obviously, and I didn't do a good job. Nor did I care that I was doing a good job. So what's the takeaway from this, right? Intent is everything. It's not how you do what you do, but how you do it, right? So even though I didn't want to fold clothes, right? I didn't want to do it. I still could have had changed my mindset. Obviously, I'm still a little kid, but regardless of your age, this is something good to learn, regardless of where you're at right now. Like, even when you're doing things you don't want to do, and it's mainly when you're doing things you don't want to do, right? You need to take a step back mentally and reassess, like, I'm doing this. Let me just do it to the best of my ability. Go 100%. Fold the sleeve over both of them. Make them symmetric as best as you can. Don't be just tossing it together, throwing it there on the bed and say whatever. I want to go back play video games. Do whatever you're doing. Do a good job with it, the best intent that this is going to be your best product when you do it. You gotta have quality in mind, and that's the big thing here. Because when you start doing the little things right, it leads to the bigger picture. Because in life, you're gonna have to do things you don't want to do, but you may see returns when you do something with intent. You do a good job with it, and you get the results that you wanted. You get some perfectly folded clothes, symmetric all across the board. And then I could probably do a better example. Let me give you another example, right? So, let's say in high school, right? Going back to high school sports. I used to do track and football, right? So everybody knows about conditioning, and we would do we used to do like Texas 100s. I don't know how many we would have to do, but they sucked. But you weren't leaving if you didn't do them. So we all had to do them, right? And the funny thing was, you're running, you're gassed, you're exhausted. And then in between, right, they give you little breaks in between each Texas 100, right? It's like, all right, don't put your hands on your knees. Don't be, like going all like this, stay like, stay up, stand up, be ready for the next one because it's coming. And, they would always be watching for somebody to do something. And also, like, your foot had to be behind the line when you're running, right? And if your foot was on the line, they'd make us redo it. Like, cause you had to do each rep right, no matter how hard it got. And basically, they'd be watching us to see who was slacking. If you weren't going 100% on the rep, make us redo it, get back to the line. Everybody is mad and stuff like that. Point fingers, but to avoid all that, we could have done the least amount of Texas 100s if we all really just did the reps the right way, you know, even though you're tired, keep going, keep pushing, stay up, don't be, you know, stand up, hands on your knees. Everybody's tired, but you know, stay up, keep going, keep pushing, and that's the thing in life, you know. You want to do everything well with intent, and you'll be surprised in how that leads over to other things in terms of the quality work that you do with everything else that's going on in your life. Try not to, you know, to do anything halfway, you know, go 100% and do your best, you know, even if it's not a good job. People notice quality and hard work and your intent when you do things. And you'll be surprised when people will come up to you and tell you, you know, hey, you're doing a good job, stay up. You look like you're putting in good effort. It's not just for sports. It can be a job, working, or anything. Intent is everything. Intent is key. Keep that at the forefront. Try to keep that at the forefront when you're doing things. You know, I had an intent of doing something new with my intro. I don't even know what my intro is yet still, but I had an intent of making something new, and I have fun doing it. So I did it to the best of my ability, and you guys gotta do the same. Do everything with intent. Be 100% with yourself. Be honest. Got more video topics coming soon, and I also have got a few workout clips. I'm gonna be putting those up, and I'm also I have an Instagram. If y'all want to follow that, I'm gonna put that in the description. Let's get it. Keep going hard. Stay up, guys.